G'day, are you shooting horses? Photographing horses? Well, I've been doing it for a few years now. And here are a few of my tips to taking the perfect horse photo. Okay, so one of the most important things for all horse photos is that the horse's ears are forward. That is to mean the horse is looking alert, engaged and attentive. It's the ideal shot. Next, you want the mouth closed. Not open, not chewing, not eating, not moving about. You want the mouth closed. Next, no whites of the eyes. When the horse's head is elevated or it's looking out the side of its head or down or up, it tends to show uneven whites of the eyes. Whites of the eyes harks back to nature. It insinuates danger. Next, if the horse is ridden or moving, you want to catch the movement rising. You want the horse rising into its stride, not moving down out of its stride. Downward movement looks like this. Rising movement looks like this. Next, you want a natural angle. Horses are all angular and it's very, very tricky to get a natural looking angle. You want to get a natural angle. Next, a horse is like a wall, and particularly in the daylight, the sun hits it from one side and there's no sun on the other side. Shoot on the light side. Unless you have a creative reason to do so, don't cut off the pony. That means all of its tail in shot, all of its hooves in shot, all of the pony in the shot. If you're shooting a horse jumping or show jumping, you need to position yourself from the angle where the jump stands are upright. Remember, geometry comes into play here. Again, show jumping. If the horse is jumping over a jump and the rider will be directing it towards another jump, you need to be positioned where you can see the rider's face as they do so. If the horse is ridden, now that you've squared everything off with the horse, it's time to think about the rider. The rider's eyes, open. The rider's face, in the light. Remember, the rider has a helmet. The peak will cast a perfect shadow over all of their face. You need to try and time your shot when there's light on the face. The rider position, it has to be natural and also in harmony, synchronized, in tune with the horse. Next is your background, no distractions, minimize distractions. Does crop help you here? In any case, you can set this up in advance looking through your shot to the background. Exposure, of course, important, exposure. Shutter speed, really important. Shutter speed, really important, particularly in things like show jumping or if the horse is in motion. And what do you want to show? Do you want to show that motion artistically and therefore you're going to slow your shutter right down? Or do you want to freeze that motion, in which case your shutter is going to be really, really quickly? Show jumping, I'm aiming a minimum of 1/1000th of a second, ideally faster, depending on how I can work my aperture. And then hit focus, of course. When it comes to shooting show jumping, I detect on the rider. My aperture is stopped down a wee bit so I know the whole horse is going to be in focus. But if it's just horse and it's being led or just standing, then focus obviously on the eye. You're all good to go now, there are the tips. Have fun.